Hello, dear friends. I'm Jacob, and welcome back to another episode of New English Podcast, the podcast that improves your English and expands your mind. Today's topic is one that all English podcasts cover sooner or later: the daily routine. But don't worry, I've prepared a lesson to help you learn the essential vocabulary, key phrasal verbs, and questions to ask and answer about your daily routine. As always, I'll speak slowly so you can understand everything I say. Let's start with some listening practice. Emma will describe her morning routine, and then we'll analyze it together. I asked Emma to describe her day in short, simple sentences and to speak slowly to make it easier for you to understand. Ready? Let's listen to what she has to say.
Thanks for inviting me, Jacob. Hi, everyone. My name is Emma. I'm 22 years old and I'm a university student. I wake up at 7 a.m. every morning. My alarm always goes off at that time. I turn off the alarm. First, I get out of bed, put my sleepers on, and go to the bathroom. I pee, wash my hands and face, and brush my teeth. Then I dry my face with a towel. Then I go to the kitchen and make myself breakfast. I usually eat cereal with milk. After breakfast, I always do the dishes and leave the sink tidy. I go to my room and get dressed. I like to dress elegantly, but when I'm feeling lazy or sad, I dress more casually. I apply a little eyeliner and lipstick. Then I put on earrings and rings, spray on a few drops of perfume, and I'm ready. I walk to university. I don't take the bus. My friend Mary takes the subway, and Dan drives his car. Classes usually last from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., but on Mondays I also have classes from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Sometimes when classes end, I stay with colleagues and friends for a drink. Sometimes I take a walk in the park before going home. When I get home, I make myself lunch. After lunch, I usually study in my room for a couple of hours, or sometimes I go to the library. If I'm feeling tired, I take a short break to check my phone or chat with my friends. I have a rule: only a 5-minute break. When I finish studying at around 6 p.m., I prepare dinner. 2 times a week, I go to the gym instead and eat later. I like to keep dinner simple, often just salad or vegetables. After dinner, I like to relax for a while. I either watch TV for an hour or read a book. I like fantasy novels. Sometimes I talk to my family or friends on the phone just to catch up. At around 9 p.m., I start getting ready for bed. I wash my face, brush my teeth, and change into my pajamas. Then, before going to sleep, I like to listen to some music or maybe a podcast. I usually go to bed by 10:30 p.m. so that I can get a good night's rest and be ready for the next day.
And this is Emma's full daily routine. Now that we've listened to it, let's break it down and go through some vocabulary and key phrases. Please keep in mind that some words can have multiple meanings in English, so we are going to focus on the meaning required for this topic based on what Emma just said. Let's take a closer look at them. Remember, we'll just see some examples here. To find out more about what we're learning today and do some exercises, check out the file in the description. Let's start with 10 useful new words to add to our vocabulary. Slippers, comfortable shoes or soft shoes you wear inside the house. I always wear slippers when I'm at home. Toothbrush. An object used to clean your teeth. Don't forget to use your toothbrush after breakfast. Towel. A piece of cloth used for drying your body or face. After my shower, I use a towel to dry my hair and body. Kitchen. A room in the house where food is prepared. I go into the kitchen to cook. Sink. A container for water in a kitchen or bathroom used for washing. Please wash your hands in the sink before eating. Earrings, small pieces of jewelry that you put in your ears. She wore beautiful silver earrings to the party. Tired. A feeling when you don't have energy, often because you have been working or studying for a long time. After studying all day, I feel really tired. Lazy. Describes a person who does not want to do much work or effort. My brother is very lazy on Sundays. Instead, instead means you choose one thing rather than another. I didn't drink coffee. Instead, I had tea. Usually, usually means something happens most of the time. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. Now, let's see some useful verbs to describe your day. To wake up, it means to stop sleeping, to become conscious. To get up, to get out of bed, it means to leave your bed after waking up. To wash, it means to clean your body or something with water. To dry, in few words, drying or to dry is the process of removing water from something. To get dressed, it means to put on clothes. To put on, to wear something like clothes or accessories. To take a break, it means to stop working or studying for a short time to rest, to relax. Let's take a closer look at this one. To catch up. It's a very useful verb. To catch up, it means to reach the same level as someone or something. Alternatively, as Emma used it, it can refer to talking to friends to find out the latest news. It also means to reach the same place or make the same progress. For example, when describing your day, you might say that you are meeting a friend somewhere. So you could say, I have to catch up with Robert at 6 p.m. to drink something. Now we know how to talk about our morning, afternoon, and evening routines. But there's one more thing we should cover: asking questions about someone's day. Here are some examples and, of course, the answers. What time do you wake up? I wake up at 7 a.m. What do you usually have for breakfast? For breakfast, I usually have cereals. How do you get to work? I take the bus. What time do you start work? I start working at 9 a.m. When do you go to the gym? I go to the gym every Tuesday. What do you do after school? After school, I like to listen to music. What are you having for lunch? I have sandwiches for lunch. Guys, quick break. Before I forget, I've got something awesome for you. I've created a set of exercises to help you improve your English using today's episode. Download the file from the description and give them a try. It's completely free. Inside, you'll find true or false questions, spot the mistake exercise, open-ended questions, and more to test your learning curve. If you have any difficulties, there's another file with all the answers. However, if you don't want any help, I recommend listening to the episode again. I'm sure you'll be able to do it on your own. please write in the comments what you think of the exercises and let me know if you have any suggestions for future ones. Let me know. Now let's get back to the video. All right, friends, we have come to the end of another episode of New English Podcast. Today, we learned how to describe our day using simple and useful phrases. Use the homework file to practice your writing skills and check your understanding of today's episode. Don't forget to practice describing your day out loud as well. And what about your daily routine? How is it? Write it in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss the next episode of New English Podcast, the podcast that improves your English and expands your mind. Please stay safe and take care. A huge hug from Jacob.